When I have moments like this, when I can't sleep, I have moments like this where I can't get rest until I get up and I give a message, and I'll be ready to go to sleep. I'll be laying down in my bed. I love you guys too. I'll be laying down in my bed and I'll be ready to sleep. And I have moments like this where something like nudges me and tells me to get up, go say this, go do this, go do this. And it's like a calling that I have to answer. And if I don't, I won't be able to rest because the message needs to get out of me. It's like when I'm doing mediumship and I can't breathe, and I'm like, I can't breathe. Who passed away from breathing? Until I figure out who it was, I will still not be able to breathe. And until I pinpoint the person and who they are and whose family member it was, I will not be able to sleep. And when I say you have been lied to, I was laying in bed, and this is not a message to harm or scare you. This is to tell you, do you really, truly believe that you were put here on this planet Earth to suffer? Do you believe that we were created to suffer? And if we were created originally to suffer, do you believe that it was meant for us to stay that way? Or do you believe that there is some potential that needs to be unlocked, and until that potential is unlocked, we will remain in the struggle mode where we have been told our whole lives, you can't do that, you can't make it, you can't do it. And every time it was said to us, it took a little bit of our courage, a little bit of our strength away from us each and every time. So needing to empower yourself all over again is going to be very valuable to you in your life. We have to understand that no matter what dark forces, no matter what energies, entities, whatever groups of elites or whatever you want to call it, that are trying to stop the masses from growth, stop us from evolution, stop us from clearing the way, stop us from becoming who we truly are. We have to understand we were not put here to sit here in suffering, and that is why so many people have sacrificed their lives for the greater good. So many prophets, so many leaders, so many good people have literally martyred themselves to become examples of what you can be and what you should be, not what you think you should remain as. Those people who are not ready to hear this message, they like to suffer. And I'm going to be real with you. I'm going to say it, and people could judge me all they want. You know, when we start to do well, that you know that I know so many people that say when they start to do good, they can't believe it. And so they think that they have to go back to seeing themselves not do well. And it's like almost like a mind thing where they believe that they were meant to suffer. So when they do well, they actually think that something is happening that's not supposed to be. I know so many people like that. So many people will tell me, well, I was doing bad for so long, and then I started to do good, and I didn't know how to accept the abundance and how to accept the gifts from God and from the universe, and then they went right back to the suffering because it was comfortable for them, because people who have been through specific traumas in their lives continue to look back at those traumas because they resonate with them so hard. And people that end up with traumatic relationships and people that treat them like shit, and then they end up with somebody who treats them good, and they don't know how to accept that love. And then what do? They self-sabotage the whole thing because they cannot accept love into their lives. And so they get into another relationship, and the relationships before that was so hard and so tough and traumatic that when they find someone new who actually wants to love them and is actually genuine and pure, I know, I've done it myself, they self-sabotage by what? Doing something to create a trauma scenario. So the other person is confused, doesn't know why this person can't accept their love. And this is why I say it is so important for you to tell yourself how valuable and how much you deserve love, how much you deserve abundance, health, well-being. As soon as I said that, a cold air just rushed by me. You have been lied to your whole life. You've been lied to your whole life. You're not worthy. You can't do that. You want to be what? No, you just got to go to school, do what everybody else is doing. Get a job like everybody else is doing. Hey, survival is survival. But let me just tell you something. So many of us have had dreams that have been, the bubble's been bursted. When we were little, we're like, I'm going to be a singer. I'm going to be an actor. I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be whatever, and it's sad to say that even the acting, the singing has turned into a fame-based, chasing materialistics and egotistical points of view, and has taken the artistry out of it and the pleasure and enjoyment, which is why so many good people who are so talented don't even get heard or seen, because in that world, all they want is people who will do as they're told and will be their fucking puppets and will show their ass when they're told and will not say a fucking word. And that's why you don't see any fucking celebrities actually speaking on what's really going on in the world, because they're so afraid to lose their fans. They're so afraid they won't get booked for another job again. Because you know what? Because there's selfishness and living those lives where they have a house with 20 bedrooms, 2 people living in it, so they have to keep up with that stupidity. So therefore, they're afraid to lose that level of fame, when understanding that it was never about the fame. It was never about the fame. It was never about the fame. It was never about the money. Remember why you started doing this. All you motherfuckers that are going to become actors and singers and whatever you want to do, when shit hit the fan, where the fuck were they all at? Where were they? All the people with money. All the people with all those followers. None of them speaking the truth. None of them being there for you. And here you are, worshiping them, spending your last dollar on their concerts that bring you joy for a little. Yeah, they sing to you and boom. Nice. But where are they at now? Now that shit's going down. Where's all these people at? Where are all these motherfuckers that got all that money, all that fucking time, all that where they at? You know where they at? They're too afraid to say anything because they're too afraid to lose their fame and their position as these egotistical fame mongers, because they forget that they started things from the love. You know why we all start music? I love music. I love to write. I love to do poetry. And then boom, somebody somewhere along the way blows your head up, and all of a sudden you forgot where the fuck you came from, and now you're this big fancy schmancy person who needs 10,000 security guards around. You know, the fucking madness of it all. And I'm just gonna say this to you, and then there are those who keep themselves above and so high up that they become untouchable to you, and so now you think they're special because you can't touch them, or you can't reach them, or you can't ask them a question, and you sit there constantly giving praise to the people who do nothing for this world. And the people who do good, they get praise. Oh, they get praise, all right, but not nearly as much praise as the people who do absolutely nothing for nobody besides buy cars, chill out. I'm not knocking, I'm not hating, this is not jealousy speaking. You don't be fooled, this is not jealousy speaking. I'm speaking to you in the terms of the elite, the people that are billionaires, gazillion, quadrillionaires, that literally could solve world hunger with just 3% of their money. Just 3%. If all the wealthy people in the world just took 1 or 2% of their money, hunger would be gone. Homelessness would be demolished. But no, why would they have billions of dollars? Why would they want to use 10 million out of their billions? I have to have a billion. A billion. This is where the world gets fucking misconstrued and fucked up. This is where we lose our state of self. We forget that money is just a piece of paper, and without you, that money has no value. Without you, that money has no power. It is just a piece of paper. People give money so much fucking accolades. It's like, oh my God, ring, ring, hello, look at me, I'm so rich. They give like fancy clothes, so much like So much energy. So much energy. I don't know if you've ever seen the movie Idiocracy. It's where the world gets dumber. And by a specific time, people were so focused on creating Viagra and hair loss treatments, they forget all about curing cancer, helping people, helping the poor, pollution, and it just becomes a world full of people with hard-ons and good hair and nothing else left over. This is what I'm trying to say by this message. You've been lied to your whole life, and you know why they do that to you? You know why they tell you if you become a spiritual person, you're going to get attacked by spirit. If you tap into your gifts, it's scary. You shouldn't do that. You know why they tell you that, right? You know why they tell you that, so that you don't find out you're a divine being, therefore becoming powerful, empowered, and becoming like them, which they have the secrets. And the secret is really that if you just use your mind to create your life, you will have it all. But they tell you that that's evil. Manifestation's evil. Believing that you deserve abundance and healing and health is evil. Thinking you can heal someone else, you must be a witch. Being able to be psychic, when psychic prophetic visions come from God, because God uses us as their tools to help humanity, to bring messages when we need it the most, to maybe warn us, because God can't just come here and be like, yo, what's up? Listen, shit going down. And which is why psychics and healers and all that, God can't do everything God's self. The I am needs assistance. And we are the I am's literal assistants. We are co-creating with the I am. And if we keep allowing these false lies, this manipulation of, you don't deserve that. You can't tap into that. If you tap into your spiritual blessings that you received from God, let me just tell you something. All gifts are from God until somebody uses that gift for evil. Then it becomes evil and demonic. You see what I'm saying? So if you were given a gift from God, you're able to cure people, right? And you go around, you cure people with a pure heart and with love and good intentions in your spirit. You just did something good with the gift that God gave you. If you were given a gift from God to heal people, and you thus thereas go and you start using it to trick people, or to have a TV show, or look at me, or I don't know, you use it in an evil way. You harm people with your healing. You heal them and then hurt them to heal them again, so that you can be looked at as the powerful, the all-powerful one. Praise to me. Get on your knees. Anyone who asks you to bow down in front of them, and that includes the queen. That includes the queen. Think about that for one moment. You want me to bow down to you because your bloodline is royal? But my bloodline's royal too. I know it is. I might not be able to trace it like you, but I know it is. Matter of fact, if your bloodline is royal and we're all connected, then wouldn't our bloodlines be pretty much all royal too? And it just so happens to be that you're the only one who was smart enough to hold that title and continue to pass it on to your spawn or your seed, whatever you want to call it. You see what I'm saying? This is what I'm saying. They want us to bow down to them. They want us to be docile. Now they want to jab us with shit that is literally making you not be able to have children. Nobody believes me when I tell you there's a reason why I've taken other medications and healed myself or used them as a shield, but there's a reason why. So many people just feel like this is off. There's a reason why every single thing that shows the truth is hidden from you. You need to be fully aware that those who want you to comply only come from a bloodline of those who had us complying before, lost power somewhere along the way, found a way to regain that power, are here today using the same tactics and manipulation that they did in the beginning. And if you keep allowing this shit, and I'm talking about with everything or everyone in your life, is that you will never be free. You will continue to be in the slave mentality for the rest of your days and your lifetimes. Because believe you, believe me, believe you. Believe me, because when you believe me, you believe you. We are all connected. They capitalize on everything. When have we benefited? Think about that. Let me tell you guys something really quick. The powers that be, those types of manipulative energies that keep everybody in line, and they make people believe such lies, and you can't even blame some of these people that are so, they're just so, I don't know, they're just so easy to control. Like anybody could control them. It's easy. It's like, you do this and okay, I'll do it. You can't even blame them because they've been fed shit their whole lives. So to them, they are brainwashed. I watched The Black Widow last night, and she was produced in a place where all of these young girls were sent to Russia, and they were trained to be killers, and they were trained to dress pretty and trick American elite and the CIA and the government. They would infiltrate them and they would use them as honey traps. And the whole movie was about Project Monarch, which is mind control and manipulation through a brain function that's called that's when your brain dissociative disorder. So when you get brainwashed for so long in your life that you think that everything is real and you're being controlled. And the funny thing is, every Marvel movie ever always has such truth in it, and she's being controlled and they're manipulating these girls. They're in mind control. The guy who's controlling them, he has a building that floats in the sky, which they already believe that people do already have that. And she ends up going around with her little not sister, but she was raised like she was her sister, and they end up finding the cure for mind control, and it's this little red powder, and when the girls are killing them, they throw the powder shoots up, and all the girls are like, what the fuck, what's going on? And they wake up. It's just so crazy how Black Widow put out that movie right now as this is going on, because most movies have truth in them, and just Encounters of the Third Kind or Fifth Kind, whatever that movie is with Steven Spielberg, he definitely says it 100 times. I spoke to real CIA agents who really had experienced these things, and we made a movie about it. And people don't see what's hidden in plain sight. And when will the population wake up? And how many fucking times do they have to keep telling you that yes, there are aliens, yes, they do exist. You see crop circles, you see spacecrafts in the sky, and yes, some of them are government created, but many of them are not. And the ones that keep lying to you and saying that aliens are abducting people, they're lying to you about that too, because they don't abduct us. They don't do that. They don't. And if they do, they're just bad seeds. The good, what do you want to call them? Aliens? I'll call them our star family. Our star family doesn't abduct us without our permission. Without our permission. Literally. They'll ask, would you like to come up into this spaceship and learn? And I know, because I went into one, and all of the girls there were asking each other, what are you doing here? Well, I mean, I didn't walk here in my dream state, but in the astral, you're traveling. For those of you who don't believe it, that's because you're not there yet. You might get there one day. And I went on the ship, and these girls had like these triangle things on their head, and one of them had like a moon here, and they were all asking each other, "What are you doing here? What are you?" And they were like, "Oh, I'm a healer. I'm a healer. I'm a healer." And I was the only one who was like, I'm a medium, and a psychic, and a healer too." And they were like, "Oh, cool." And we were like all on this spaceship, and you guys, I know it sounds crazy. You know why? Why? Because they make it look crazy to us. They make it so fake and so unreachable on TV. It's all on TV, right? This is not real. There's no way you're ever going to see this. This is fake. This is not real. How do we unprogram the lies? The first thing you do is you start to recognize that they're lies by telling yourself immediately, I want to use my intuition. I don't want to, first of all, stop watching the news. Stop letting people who believe anything influence you. The type of dreams I have, you would wake up and be scared. They don't scare me. I've battled many things in my dreams, man. I've had wars in my dreams, battled demons. I've also seen beautiful entities. I saw a woman, I was talking to her, and we were in the sky, and she was meditating on a skyscraper. And I was like, what? And she came to the restaurant, which was floating in the sky, by the way. We sat down in the restaurant. She was wearing all white. She was sitting across from me. She was eating a thick piece of steak. And I went like this to her. I was like, can I do that one day too? And she looked at me. She didn't say a word. She just said, like that. And there was a few other ones, like I had them show me some things in my backyard with the little girl when she grabbed me. My dreams are not just dreams. They are real. It's really happening. It's really happening. I'm traveling. Some of it is showing me past, present, and future, and I'm starting to kind of correlate the difference between them. But I've learned that I have nothing to fear because every time I'm always guided. And I'm always woken up right on time. My point is, don't you stop letting people and these situations lie to you, and stop lying to yourself, bro. I'm going to say this to you right now because, like, I'm all about the love and I'm all about peace, but I'm going to say this to you, like, the best way I know how. Stop fucking lying to yourself. Stop it. Stop. Oh, you don't understand how hard it was. My life. Yo, bro, I get it. I was there in that energy. And let me tell you something. It got me nowhere. It got me nowhere. So I'm going to just tell you this so that you could just like wake the fuck up. Let go of the past. Everything you experience, you're experiencing for a reason. So whatever, how much pain you've been through, no matter how much trauma happens, get your fucking mind out of the trauma state because you're just calling in more trauma. You see what I'm saying to you? Once we get filled with, oh, well, this happened to my mom and my brother and my cousin and my uncle and poor me. Yeah, you don't understand. I'm strong, but. Yo, you're just calling in more trauma into your life. Stop fucking destroying yourself. Stop making yourself suffer. You could be like, oh, but it's not my fault. I'm suffering because don't you see that my family and... You're suffering because you're staying in the state of mind that your family is in by involving yourself in their karma. Remembering that this is a journey and none of this is, how I can say this, real. As in, it's all a role you're playing. Your souls are not being affected by this whatsoever. Your bodies are experiencing something, but your soul forever knows you are the same person, but going through the same type of experiences in different bodies. That's what you need to understand. Do you ever get scared of the type of dreams you have or things you talk about, especially since you have a daughter? I did in the beginning, but my daughter is highly protected, and I see her in my dreams all the time sleeping, and nobody ever bothers her. She's always just peacefully sleeping in the corner, and everybody just walks right by her. No matter what's going on, she's peacefully sleeping. And that shows me that nothing and no one, listen, it could be fearful, right? In the beginning, they played tricks on me too, and they showed me things that would make me want to stop this journey. But if I would have listened to the lies and the deception that they gave me, then I would not be doing what I'm doing today. And in order for us to step into our full potential, where we 11:33 start working for the hand of God and really start giving messages and knowing that you do it with love and light light in your heart, you have to. You have to. You drew earlier and you got the Queen of Scrolls. People really need to listen. Really listen. This is what I'm saying. You have to understand something. There's forces. There are forces. There are 33. I just looked up. There are forces. There are spiritual forces and there are people forces. And a lot of them work together and you won't even know it. So you got like elite forces that work with spiritual entities, or, you could say negative energies or negative extraterrestrials, but there's good forces and good angelic beings and guardian angels and healers and loves and light and all that, and they work with good people, right? And I'm not saying I'm a good person, but I am a good person, right? So I'm saying to you that don't think that when you see a person acting bad or evil that they're doing this on their own. They're being strongly supported in their realm as well as I am being supported in my realm. I love you, Peter. I am this Queen of Scrolls because I give the messages, and every time I pull from those cards, I always get the Queen of Scrolls, okay? The Akashic holder, the one who will speak the truth that is unafraid. And no, I don't have many people that view my videos. I don't have many people that see the message. It's not the point. It's not the point, because the people that do, they get a big, strong message, and they wake up. And they wake up. And if I could just wake a few people up, I'm doing what I'm guided to do. And it breaks my fucking heart because everybody's out here punishing themselves, right? Punishing themselves. Thank you, Miguel. Everybody's out here punishing themselves because you were lied to your whole life. I know, I was lied to as well. It took me a very fucking long time to break that. It took me so long to break it, to the point where I broke myself in order to break through that matrix, or whatever you want to call it. So fucking in a lie myself. Every day I believed that I was supposed to suffer, and I in turn made myself suffer more and more and more. And I'm telling you, if you don't get out of that fucking state of mind, listen to me when I tell you, if you do not get out of that state of mind right now, you are carrying on a tradition of suffering and that you should not be experiencing. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? You will carry on a tradition from the people that you know, the people around you, because if you look around you, unless you look around you and everybody's successful and incredible, then hey, you got nothing to listen to. This message is not for you. But look around you, and the people around you, how do they see things? Are they too astrological? Well, if you do this and you do that and you do the things this way, guess what? That's the way it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be regular. You're supposed to be normal. What are you talking about? Don't talk about things like that. People are going to think you're crazy. And let me tell you something. Let people think you're crazy all they want, you guys. If you don't live your truth, you're going to suffer. You're going to be in pain. You're going to be sick. So many people I speak to every day, private readings, the school I did, every single one of them go through pain, anxiety, fatigue, nausea. I don't feel good. My head, I'm dizzy, blah, blah, blah. You know why? Because they're not following their spiritual truth. They're not following who they truly are. I understand you feel bad for those people, but don't feel bad for them, because, when we feel bad for people, we're almost like enabling them. So we have to empower them, let them know, and spread knowledge. Because if I didn't get the knowledge when I was struggling, I was stuck, but I knew I was gifted, I knew something was going on. But if I didn't get the knowledge from one place or another, then I would have never known that I had the potential to be more than I could ever dream of. And this might be like nothing to others, but to me it's a huge deal, because I'm unafraid and I stepped up and I speak my truth, and I express how I feel. And that is not an easy feat. That is not an easy thing to do. People gotta understand, courage is when you just stand there and you talk, you speak your piece, you tell it like it is, you speak your mind, and you don't allow nobody's judgments to stop you. Yo, man, people always got an opinion. They always got an opinion, darling. I almost said that in an English accent for some odd reason. People have always got an opinion, doll. You gotta break through it. Break through it and really live your truth. Is not something I'm just telling you. I'm telling you that if you are listening and you are here and you are saying, oh my God, and I'm looking down, it says, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. You need to, I only burn sage when the energy is horrible. And I have not felt horrible energy in so long because I've cleared it in here, and therefore my brain has become sage. You know, my thoughts are my sage. Like, I think and I just remove it with my thoughts. I will sit there and be like I'll imagine myself clearing the energy, and I'll see my hands do like a push, and this force field is just like, whoo, and then everything that's trying to get in my way, it's moved out of my way. And you know who taught me that? My little Pleiadian star sister came to me in my dream. People were trying to attack me, and she put her hands out like this, and this force field that looked like sound going through the air said, and everybody just said, ah, they fell back. And she taught me that. Sage thought. My thoughts are sage. I've gotten to that point. It was not easy getting here. I'll tell you, I worked very fucking hard to be here where I am, feeling strong and powerful enough and feeling like I love Palo Santo. If I'm feeling heavy energy, I will legitimately run to Palo Santo, only because I feel like it just makes me feel so at ease. Palo Santo, to me, the only reason I don't like sage is because it gets rid of everything. Sage is a clearer of even good energy, which is why they say to light sweetgrass, because sage clears everything. So even if there's good spirit in there, sage will clear them out, because even good spirit gets they don't like sage. It's the smell. It's the smell. It's the smoke. Even good spirit don't like it. So I would not always light sage, like, unless you want to cleanse the whole home, clear out the aura and the energy, and then re-invite spirit back into your home after you're done with that. Good spirit, obviously, not just, hey spirit, walk on in. You know, like, it's like I've been having this feeling, and I know, like, I look weird to people sometimes in the way I am, and I'll just sit here and, like, I'll channel shit, and then people look at me like that's bullshit. But like, it took me 10 years to get here to this channeling stage, to where I know I'm channeling. Like, I was channeling before, but I never knew it. And, like, I know when I'm getting messages, I know that they're coming from a loving place, first of all, because in the beginning, what's up, Flo? I'm smoking a blunt and watching you. Again, I'm going to tell you guys one thing. I went to an event, and they were, smoking weed and doing healing stuff there, and I left, right? And why? I'm just going to say this to you. If you guys want to really hear the real truth, or you want to be lied to, I could lie to you, or I could tell you the real truth. Any drug or alcohol, and I'm talking about weed too. And we I know you're going to get mad because weed is not a drug, but you know what it is? It is to some people, right? Let's say it that way. It is to some people. spirits that are not fully in the love and the light, they like activities like that. Drinking, drugs, sniffing coke, all that. I know, because anytime I ever did a bag of coke, I always was talking to some bad guy. Or I was hearing voices about saying, why the fuck are you doing this? And I know I wasn't imagining it. It was happening. I just, opened up a portal and a gateway that was where I could hear and communicate more. But that's not the way you're supposed to communicate. And all these people that are seeking enlightenment through drug experiences, let me just tell you, I don't know if you're seeking enlightenment or you're seeking something. You're seeking something, all right. But don't mix drugs and spirituality. I gotta be very clear with you guys, because I was usually the type of person, I'll be like, do whatever you want. But I'm telling you, if you want a clear visual, a clear experience, when you open your third eye quickly and you force it, you force it to open sometimes to things that shouldn't be opened. Right? So some people want to seek enlightenment and they want to see, how can I tap in and tune in, and then they go and use a substance or something that opens them up too quickly. Now they're dealing with you're talking about portals being opened. You're talking about letting things in that shouldn't be in. When you are mixing any weed, alcohol, drugs with spiritual healing, and let me just explain this to you. There's a lot of young people. I saw these 23-year-olds doing these ceremonies, like the tobacco ceremony. 23 years old, babe. At 23, I was still fucking listening to Backstreet Boys and just fucking wearing headbands and baggy pants. What? What are you talking about? Can you just experience life before you start thinking that you're just this master healer because you got a fucking certificate online? And you went to Costa Rica one time and did ayahuasca, and now all of a sudden you're a fucking professional shaman? No, the fuck you're not. You're not. Let me just tell you again, you're not. I'm not saying that there's not old souls out there and there's not people that have the gift, but when I watch some of these people, I work off energy, and a lot of times I'll be watching some people just to see what they're doing. And I laugh so hard. I'm like, what the fuck are these people doing? What are they doing? I only watch tarot readers that have been doing it for 10 years or more. And if you watch their first videos compared to the new ones, it's a total transformation, right? When I first started doing tarot, I was tapping into, oh my God, I see somebody sitting on a brown couch, they're arguing, they're fighting, all types of negative shit. Today, I won't tap into that shit no more. I'm like, look, man, just give me messages of healing. I ain't with all that extra shit. I don't want to know whose baby mama is having a baby by somebody else and lying to their husband. I don't need, I'm good. That's not what spiritual gifts are used for. They're used to heal you, to help you learn how to get through it, to show you your soul and what it's experiencing so that you can tap into a higher dimensional being of yourself, which is your higher self, ultimately. When looking at the tarot and looking at people who do channeling and messaging and psychic and mediumship, they're tuning into your higher self. They're tuning into something that you already know. They're almost telepathically communicating with you and your higher self. Yeah, Miguel, really. I would really, really suggest that anybody who watches this video, if you've been telling yourself, I want to stop smoking weed, I want to stop drinking. I see some of even people that I fuck with, and I just see every post is about alcohol and hanging out and at the bar and at the bar and at the bar. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, whoa, come on. You know what? But then again, I was there at one point in my life. I was there too. And I remember being there, and it is so lonely. It's so lonely there. So what happens if I'm spiritual and I drink wine in moderation? I mean, like I said, as long as you're not drinking wine and meditating, I wouldn't do that. You know what I'm saying? You want to go have a drink. Here's the thing. I'll have a Grey Goose martini if I go out. I really don't like drinking. It's not I don't like it. But I'll have a Grey Goose martini and just enjoy it, sip on it slowly, but like an adult. I don't know, whatever a fucking adult is anyway. And I'll enjoy it. But today, to sit there and take shots and all that, It's not even my age. It's my spiritual growth that has taught me that that is not the way, and it's not the way, and it's not the light. And then I'm not going to do it because I know that people's emotions open up. You know how they say the truth comes out when you drink, and I've seen people act like, especially now that I don't drink and I go out and I see people, and I'm like, they go from like being, their face changes, they become somebody completely different. It's like shape shifting to the fucking 10,000th degree. I think Mercury is about to be in retrograde because I'm starting to blah blah blah, blah, and I need to clear that, because when I'm ruled by Mercury, and every time Mercury is getting close to being in retrograde, here we are. I'm home munching on cookies, kind of trolling Flo in a good way, saying hi to Gina. Miguel, you know we love you, right? You're a beautiful soul. Jumbo, I am saving this live. I am. I always do. What is my opinion on cigars, like used for cleansing things and people? Again, some religions, some cultures believe that it cleanses, and if that works for their culture, then that works for their culture. You see what I'm saying? Because, like I said, you know, there might be a negative energy that doesn't respond to Alhamdulillah, Rabbil Alameen, Rahmani Rahim, Malik Yawmiddin. I could say Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim, Bismillahir Rahmanir Rahim 1,000 times, and that entity might be like, okay. And then they might respond to Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, right? They might respond to that. Or they might respond to Om Tare Tu Tare Tu Re Suha, a Buddhist mantra chant. It all depends, you know, religions based on religions and cultures, you know. So I always wondered, what does retrograde really mean? I know the other stuff, but not retrograde. I will, Ivy. Retrograde is when a planet is in the reverse. And so let's say Mercury goes in retrograde, it's in the reverse. Like, let's say you were walking backwards. That's what the planet's basically doing. It's going back. It's going back. It's like spinning in the reverse, you could say, something like that. And so like if the planet of communication is going forward, and it's the planet of communication moves forward, everybody's talking, things are great. But if the planet's in retrograde, that means people from the past will come up to communicate. Like, a lot of times when Mercury is in retrograde, the planet of communication, people from the past will come up and be like, hey, how you doing? What's going on? Exes come back, and, you know, people who want to communicate from the past come back a lot. My heart chakra is going off, so some people might be actually having that happen to you soon. I know, Gina, I know. Oh, yeah. That live was funny. You know, like I said, I really just want you guys to understand that you've been lied to. That's what I really made this live about. But, you know, we get to, like, other topics for a reason. You know, I was just looking at some of the planets and what they stand for, and, you know, which rules which houses, and what those planets mean, right? So, you know, it's like all connected in a way. And astrology is complicated. It really is, because you got like the planets and which house it's in, and the sun is in Taurus, and Taurus is at 29 degrees and all that stuff. But really, it's like the simplicity of it is that, you know, we all have every sign in our chart, and that causes all of us to be. Florina, how can you explain that cat won't walk over the Quran? I've tried it personally. Well, so cats respect, well, you know, Muhammad respected cats. You know, there's good things in the Quran about cats, because when Muhammad was praying in the desert, the cat came in and saved his life. In the ancient Egyptian times, they thought that they were worshiping cats. They weren't. They actually you know, looked as cats as very useful tools, because they would have crops, and all of these snakes would come in their barley and in their grain, and as they would do that, like, these mice would come in, and snakes, and the cats would stop the snakes from killing people. The same thing with Muhammad goes. And they would stop the mice from eating up all their grain, and, you know, they'd be able to eat because of it. So they respected it. So I feel like cats protect us in some form or another, which is why they say it's good to have a cat in the house. First of all, cats do kill like mice and stuff like that, and yeah, well, some of them just sit around like fucking fucktards, but most cats, like my cat's left mice and birds in front of our door, like, here you go, for you, human. They protect us. So them not walking over the Quran is a sign of respect to me, because walking over a person is, in my culture, in Albanian, if you walk over a person, they won't grow anymore. Like, that's what the belief is, or it's bad luck, right? So, if you think about it, walking over a Quran would be bad luck, right? So the cats see it as a sign of respect. I see that as. Oh yeah. Young Nina, this is the time where a lot of things have been exposed in my dreams, the things that were like, you could say, kind of like holding me back a little bit, kind of like stopping me from, just like the manipulations and the lies, a lot of things that were going on in my recent past have been revealed to me in my dreams. So therefore I've been seeing like the truth of it all. You know what I mean? I am tired. Yeah. I'm tired because I got the message out. And once I get the message out, I'm like called to go to bed. Cause like sometimes I'll be laying there and I'm like, what is it? What? They're like, go tell everybody they're being lied to. Tell them to stop suffering. Tell them that we want them to be happy. Tell them to have positive thoughts. And also, I got to say this as well. Right now, this is the most time right now. So you think animals really understand us? I don't know, just picking your brain with my wonders. 100% they understand us. 100%. Listen, the dog we have, Jada, it's my brother's dog, but I'm going to tell you something. She'll look around to everybody, but when she wants love, guess where she comes? Right to me. She'll come upstairs in my room, and I'll pet her head, and I'll hug her, and I'll give her a kiss. And when I go to hug her and give her a kiss, she stays still like this. Like I'm like, Jada, let me give you a kiss, okay? Don't move. And she'll just stay still. I'll kiss her forehead and I'll hug her and she'll just stay like this. Like, she understands. And I'll say, did anybody feed this dog? And she'll come walk around me and like rub up on me. Like, dogs and animals understand us just like we understand them, right? They don't speak, but we know when they're hungry. We know when they're tired. Like our children, you know what I mean? Yeah, what's funny is like I heard somebody say something interesting. The guy from Gaia, and he said there are entities that feed off of our sadness and our emotions. They feed off of our energy, and which is why they don't want us to recognize that when we have negative emotions, to stop, because they feed off of that, right? He goes, but you can't get mad at them because we do the same thing to animals and plants. Meaning we eat plants and animals. So, right? We eat plants and animals. And those alien entity beings, they feed off of our energy, but we feed off of animals and plants, right? So he's saying, like, you can't get mad because that's the process of evolution. That's how the world works. We feed off of plants and animals. They feed off of our energy. It's a, pecking order that we're going through. But, again, like I said, there's good entities, there's bad ones. There's all types of things going on. What you got to do is just not give any light to those things that don't serve your highest good. And if you see that your thoughts are becoming more and more negative, work on changing that. Work on it very hard. Yeah, animals pick up a lot of energy. First of all, when there's going to be a thunderstorm or something is coming, like something, they can sense it and they'll run. They'll go take shelter before the even storm or the rain hits. So, they say if you want to know if there's going to be a storm, look at the birds. Are they outside? Or did they all run somewhere? Or they know when it's coming, right? Just like, they say, like, at the end of the world, the only things that will be really alive are rats and roaches. You know why? Because they know where to go away from the water. Like they'll go away from the water. So like if a natural disaster is happening, follow the rats, because they'll take you to safety. They know where to go. They know where to take shelter. They know where the water won't touch. They know where it won't hit. And that's a fact. Thank you, Auntie. You're awesome. Does the same message go for people in the past who try to pop up and let them be and keep blocking? Let them be and keep blocking. Does the same message go for people in the past who try to pop up just let them be and keep blocking. 100%. But you can't just block things. You have to disconnect from the cords. You know, when we link with people, how do you spiritually grow and manifest? One second. When you link with people, god damn, I hate roaches. God damn. The way you said it, god damn. That was funny. The way you disconnect cords with people, like when you link up with people, when you become one with a person in any way that might be energetically, physically, emotionally, there's like this imaginary cord that attaches to us, and it's like, you know, it will follow and follow. And like, so sometimes when you won't talk to a person anymore, you think like that's it, it's over, but actually that energetic cord still follows you and the other person. So what you need to do is focus your energy on cutting that cord. Like I said, I always do a prayer and a meditation from Archangel Michael, and I ask for assistance in breaking cords and breaking ties so that I don't feel tied or connected to anyone. Okay. How do you spiritually grow and manifest? I would say start with lots of connecting to God and meditation. You know, God, your higher self, whatever you feel. I feel like meditation is the number one way to begin spiritual growth, by connecting and tuning into yourself and your intuition and listening to your intuition. The best second way would be to pay attention to the signs and the synchronicities and the things that you're seeing and you're feeling and you're sensing, and pay attention to the people that are thrown in your way as tests. Manifestation is basically you seeing something that you want but having feeling behind it. Yeah, exactly, Rue. The Bible is basically just another psychic prophecy, right? Manifestation is something that this is something that you want to happen, but you have to feel it happening. You can't manifest something. I can't say, I wish there was $1 million in this jar right now. Or say, there's $1 million in this jar right now, and not have no feeling behind it. Like, I have to close my eyes. I have to envision, and let's not make manifesting all about money, really, because that's just like the universe is not about to do as you say for it to do. You know, you can't just manifest money out of thin hair. You saw that? You heard what I said? You can't just manifest money out of thin hair, or manifest thick hair out of thin hair. What it is about is a feeling and a vibration of putting yourself in a situation in your mind where you energetically envision and imagine it already happening, to the point where you feel blessed even though you're in the same situation you are in right now. You have to see yourself in that you have to see yourself in that manifested reality before it could come true. For instance, if you want a home that's a specific way, and you like beige couches and the carpet to be soft, and you want a dog running around, imagine yourself in that home, that dog, the car. Oh my God, my nose. My nose is itching right there. So that's a sign. Imagine the carpet the way it is, the couch the way it is, the smell that you're going to smell, like how your kitchen's going to look when you're cooking. Well, you have fruits on the table, but feel it, sense it. See yourself having a coffee by the window, and you're smiling because this is your home and you're grateful. But being grateful for the things you have right now is a very strong way to manifest what is to come into your life. Because when God sees that we are grateful for what we have in this moment, you can therefore receive abundance in the next. Yeah, I'm going to show you a very amazing meditation for cutting cords. Ay, Dios mío. I cleaned all day, worked all day, and fucking shot. I don't stop working though. I'm just like a fucking machine, but that's why I was meant to do this, because my energy levels are incredible, bro. Even though like sometimes my body's tired, my mind just keeps going and going and going. Here, let's do a little quick one here, okay, guys? Here, let's really my fucking nose, bro. Every time I start talking about some deep shit, yo. Every time. It's every time though. My nose is itchy. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show you guys a really good meditation. Hold on one second. This meditation is incredible, and you will really benefit off of this if you. Here. You want to cut cords? I'll show you one right here. See, like, of course, I'm looking up this shit. What are the signs that rule each planet? Sign rulers, ruling planets: Aries, Mars, Taurus, Venus, Gemini, Mercury, Cancer, Moon. Cancer, Moon. This computer slow as fuck tonight. Slow as fuck. Slow as fuck. So, what are the signs that rule the planets? Aries. Oh, Aries is ruled by Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Whoa. Does that matter? No, it doesn't matter. Oh my God. Bruh, you know what? Aries is ruled by Mars. Taurus is ruled by Venus. Gemini is ruled by Mercury. Cancer is ruled by the Moon. Leo is ruled by Sun. Virgo, Mercury. Libra, Venus. Scorpio, Pluto. And co-ruler is Mars. Sagittarius is Jupiter, and Capricorn is Saturn. Aquarius is ruled by Uranus. Co-ruler is Saturn. Pisces is Neptune and Jupiter. So yeah, that's that. But let's go to YouTube. Hold on one second. Let's just do something really quick. Here, screenshot it. Patow. Okay, let me just bring you guys to a video that will really help you with YouTube.com. Okay. This is really something that you need to watch for yourself. Oh my God, this fucking computer is slow as fuck right now. Come on. Work, senora. Work, Jupiter. I'm telling you, whenever... cutting cords. Whenever Mercury is getting close to being a retrograde, here goes my tongue. Da-ding, da-ding, da-ding. Clean and jerk. Wait, hold on. British weightlifter nearly passes out, but completes clean and jerk. I am so immature. British weightlifter nearly passes out, but completes clean and jerk. Can't stand people. Oh my God, it's fucking funny. I hate these people. They're so fucking stupid. Oh my God. I am a very immature person. Sometimes I have the dumbest fucking retardedest thing ever. Okay, so back to cutting cords. Gosh. Golly, gee Whittakers. That was funny. All right, here. Ready? Okay. This meditation. Look at this meditation and use it. 3 hours of powerful cord cutting, 108 times. Listen to what she says. Let's see if we could hear it. I don't know if we'll be able to hear it on this, but let's see. I don't know. This is my mom's computer. I'm just stepping it. Let me see. Should be.
What would your life be like if you were a rapid,
okay. Pay attention now.
Transformational therapy?
Pay attention. I love her. This lady.
Did you know that there are 3 crazy new brain techniques
that can erase your fear of failure or fear of pooping? Okay. Here we go. This is a powerful.
My name is Sandra. Thank you for joining me today for this powerful cord cutting session.
You're welcome, Sandra. Okay, now pay attention. If you do this every night for the next 10 to 15 days, and imagine the person you want to cut cords with, this will really, really help. Well, you can. This is actually great to fall asleep to. It helps you really, really cut cords. When you fall asleep to something, remember, you program your mind while you're sleeping. It's like reprogramming of the mind, right? They have like deprogramming of the mind, sleep meditation, or programming your mind to believe yourself into abundance. And I do these meditations a lot when I'm going to sleep. Here you go.
Deep, slow breath in tune into any people,
Listen to what she's saying.
situations,
Listen.
circumstances, and events. Every time your power was taken or given away. Imagine for a moment how these unhealthy connections create cords, implants, and overlays, tying you to them, sucking the energy and the life out of you, preventing you from stepping fully.
Oh no, Young, you better stop doing that.
Now take a few moments and allow the different people, events, and situations, circumstances, and events to come into your awareness with the clear intention to break, dissolve, and fully remove any unhealthy connections, cords, implants, and overlays tying you to them.
Don't do that.
And now imagine, if you will, that there is a higher power of loving energy that is here to assist you to cut, break, and remove these connections. This higher power wants nothing more than to assist you and is focused on your highest good and deepest well-being. Take a deep, slow breath in and allow the cords between you and the other person, the circumstance, the event, or the addiction to show itself. Shine the full light of awareness on it and ask the higher power to support you. And say out loud, in this now moment, I cut the cords of control and manipulation between us. I take back my power and I give you back your power by cutting the cords of control and manipulation in all directions of time and space, past, present, and future. I trust and surrender and hand this experience over to a higher power to transmute any pain into wisdom and bring harmony, balance, and coherence in all 7 of my energy centers. I take back my power and I give you back your power. I forgive you. I forgive myself, knowing that radical forgiveness sets us both free in all directions of time and space, past, present, and future. I take back full responsibility for my well-being right now. I hand it over and allow and accept the higher power to restore and repair any damage that these cords and connections may have caused. I call upon this higher power to surround and infuse me and my energy field with the highest frequency of unconditional love, deep compassion, radical forgiveness, and immense gratitude. With every breath I take, this elevated frequency is fortifying and magnifying my auric field, creating a guardian energy around me. I feel, know, and see the magnetic power of this guardian energy around me.
So that's called 3 hours of powerful cord cutting, and it looks like this again. And remember, even when you're doing, when you're praying, right, the Bible and all that stuff, it's right here. It's this one with the chakras on it. Okay, 3 hours of powerful cutting, cord cutting 108 times, and it's got the chakras, and it says take back your power, cut toxic cord, multiple people in multiple addictions and multiple situations, jobs and all that stuff. So remembering that when you're when you're praying, right, like in the Bible and all that, and it says like Psalms and the Quran, right, it's the Ayat Kursi, the Fatima prayer, you say that like a lot of times in order for it to work. If you want to clear your house, you say the Ayat Kursi, and they keep doing it over and over. They'll say it over and over and over again. It's the same thing when you want to cut cords and you want to change things. Hi, my love, how you feeling? It's the same thing when you want to cut cords and you want to change the way you think. You have to repetitively repeat these mantras in your space. So like what I do is like I'll listen to something that's repetitively telling me Do I say the name in my out loud or in my head while you're doing it? Whatever you're comfortable with. So saying things out loud is more powerful. That's why they say pray out loud, because some entities cannot get into your thoughts. And so if you want to dissolve something, you want to dispel something, you could say it out loud. Like, you'd be like, I cut cords with blah, 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 blah. Or you could say it in your mind. Depends on what makes you feel more empowered. Is it in the mind, or is it actually saying it? Some things make us feel more empowered when we say it, sometimes in our minds. Some people like to be secretive with what they're doing and say it in their minds and keep that into their own energy. I like to just... The thought to me is very powerful, but when I want to like pray, I pray out loud. Like, I'm like, God, protect this home, clear this energy, you know, stuff like that. Like, I say it out loud. So that's the way it's got to be. Like, when you're cutting cords and when you're letting people go, people think it's like, okay, I'll just forget about them and like, that's it, I moved on. But no matter what, even when you move on, it could be 10 years later. If you don't, because you're always dropping gems, it's a fact. You need to do videos. You need to do videos like that. I am. When I get back from Amsterdam, I'm planning on doing guided meditations with you guys more often, where I get on and I'll guide you guys through meditation. I'll put some music in the background, and I gotta make sure everything's not copyrighted, because they keep like taking all my fucking... They took like $250 from my account because they said that I was using other people's videos. Like when I showed you guys the Gaia videos, I got like punished for that, whatever. It's fucking sick. But I understand, you know, everybody got to get their bread, right? Everybody got to get their bread. I was laughing because I'm like, you know, when you watch meditation videos and the motherfuckers monetize the video and you're like, hi, I'm releasing everything. Do you have diarrhea and herpes? I'm like, wait a minute, bitch, what the fuck? Did you really monetize a meditation video, bitch? Damn. You're sitting there trying to meditate and all of a sudden a commercial comes on about herpes and diarrhea, fucked your whole meditation process up. So make sure you go to meditations that don't, like, she did not monetize that one. Mama, are you going to do mediumship before you go to Amsterdam? Probably, yeah. Because really, you're just sitting there like, God, I'm connected to source, I'm connected to my higher power, I release soul, and I cut all cords, ties, and manipulations, control, and shit. Poop. Are you constipated? Well, I wasn't until you just fucking, you know, constipation is the number one key to know if you are going to catch diseases. If you're constipated a lot, it causes diseases. Just so you know, people need to understand that simple things like constipation cause cancers, colon cancers, prostate cancers, heart disease, all that shit. So take your shits. And if you can't shit, get some fiber. And if you can't fiber, green apples, celery stalk, and cucumber and pineapple. Cleanse the shit out of your colon. You'll be shitting for fucking all day. Just make sure you're near a toilet. If you're going to keep drinking, drink that shit. You want to learn how to spiritually grow, mature, meditate, and manifest? That's amazing. When I come back from Amsterdam, I'm doing the classes again. The classes I just did. If you ask the students that were in those classes, you will see that the information they got was invaluable. Like, invaluable. There's no value to what I've taught everybody, and I taught them what I've learned, and not like I'm the teacher, listen to me. It was more like what I was being guided to teach. But these next classes will be like spiritually gifted school for the gifted, learning how to tap into your gifts 2.5.0, because this was 2.0. Like, you know, I was just stepping into this role, you know what I mean? It's New York time zone. Yeah. Detox laxatives. You see. Is Mercury going in retrograde soon? Because I've been like this for the past like 4 days where I'm sorry, did you just come out of the sink? Bruh. You were in the sink though? I just saw someone come, not someone, but like something come out of the sink. Ooh, I got the chills. Really creepy. Creepaloni. Whoa, creep. Whoa, buddy. Whoa, what's going on right now? Dun, 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 dun. I swear to God, I'll be seeing shit this way, that way. I'm like, all right, everybody. One at a time. I'm just kidding. Yeah, creepy. Nah, but I'm gonna definitely watch the video because I thought cutting cords, someone off, just blocking them. Now it's like that. Use that video, and I promise you'll be able to cut a lot of cords and block a lot of things that are not serving your high. Whoa, chills, are not serving your highest good. Good night. Stay your ass down here. Don't even think about coming in my room. I'll kill you, motherfucker. I said don't. Oh, baby, I think bruh. Creepy. It's a creep. It's a creep. My daughter, she's sleeping peacefully like a baby. God is good, man. God is good. When you really are living truthfully, you are so protected and so loved. But you gotta live right, man. You can't be. When I was doing stupid shit, yo, he said, you pussy. No, I'm not. Cat. Wait, maybe that's why old people pop up. Nah, but that's why old people pop up. They do. People from the past pop up because they're still connected to you energetically. But here's the thing. They could be connected to you energetically. Doesn't mean you're connected to them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like they could be... Some people just see you shining. They see your aura vibrating at a higher rate. And all of a sudden, they want to be a part of your story. And you got to understand, sometimes it's just people just want to step into your story. Like, oh, she knew me once, so maybe she'll know me again. The classes start at 7:30, Tuesdays and Thursday nights, but I am going somewhere I'm leaving the end of the 1st of September, the 2nd of September, excuse me. So I'm probably going to do one or two more classes. I'm not sure. I'll probably do one or two and I'll let you know. And if I do any more, I'll let you know. I might do one on Tuesday. You could DM me. If I do one, I'll send you the link, okay? Yeah, plus day karma, exactly. All right, guys. I love you guys. Go to bed. Listen to that cutting cord thing. If you want to let go of things, you want to let go of people, you want to forgive yourself and others, please listen to that. It'll really change your life. I promise you. It helped me get through a lot of dark times. Really, really did. Really did. You just got to believe it and be in it, okay? You missed tonight. I know, babe. I know. How you feeling? I love you guys, too. You guys have a good rest, okay? Ooh, crown chakra activation up in this bitch. Oh, my God. My crown chakra has been on fire lately. I love you guys. Have a good night. So what's that for those of you who are like, what the fuck does she mean, crown chakra activation? So sometimes you'll feel like your third eye tingling or your head pinching. Right? Or you'll have like tenderness here in the head. If you have tenderness here in the head, ladies, if your hair hasn't been up for days, then you need to know your crown chakra needs to be worked on. That means you're not connecting to your higher power. So if you have sensitivity in the head or you get headaches, you need to clear your crown chakra and connect to your higher power. Okay? I love you guys. Have a good night. Okay? Just remember that. And if your heart pounds a little, boom, 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 or it's pinching, you need to work on your heart chakra. If your stomach's been hurting, clear the stomach. And fun fact, you can clear your chakras. Bia, I love you. You can clear your chakras by the colors of the foods you eat. So for solar plexus, bananas, yellows, purples for your intuition, your third eye. The crown chakra is clear foods like water. Okay, the throat chakra is blue, I believe, and you could eat like blueberries and stuff. And the heart chakra is green. You could do like green foods, and the sacral chakra is red, so you could do like beets and all that stuff. So, you can eat the foods to clear that chakra for the week. So you do that for like 7 days of clearing. But remembering, if you're having a headache or tenderness in the brain, your head hurts, you have to connect to your higher self, okay? You have to connect to God more. You haven't been in touch with your crown chakra, clearing your thoughts. I love you guys. Please stay connected. Keep meditating. Keep believing and having faith. And whatever you're wanting right now, just have faith. It's coming. And whoever that's for, it's coming. Okay? Just keep believing it. I love you guys. Have a good night. Everybody get some beautiful rest. Yeah, it does. It is. It's really... It's powerful. I've done that before, And now, because I have been unhealthy eating lately, I'm not gonna lie, I've been trying very hard to clear the sacral, and it's so hard to like stop eating, but it's not hard for me, right? It's hard, but it's not hard for us, right? We have to tell ourselves it's not hard. Okay, especially when you're sitting at home, working at home, you have the refrigerator access to. It's funny, when I'm out all day, I don't eat at all. It's when I'm home. All right, guys, I love you. Remember, if you're getting headaches, your throat hurts, or work on clearing the throat chakra. Also, when you have you're sick, you have like a cold, your sinus hurts, or your head hurts, clear those areas. Like, you can imagine and envision things clearing. Like, you can envision little angels with like little hammers coming in. That's what I do to my foot when it hurts, my knees when they hurt, my back. I clear it. Okay. Just ate a pint of ice cream. You see what I'm saying? Come on with that mommy makeover. We can't be fucking up, bro. If I get that shit, it's over. Good night, guys. I love you. Have some good rest. Have some good sleep. Love and light to you all. Use the cord cutting. Release. Let go. I love you guys. Here we go with the fucking hurricanes and the motherfucking tropical hurricane. 90 miles per hour? What the fuck? Oh my god. Don't fuck with me. I'm flying on September 2nd. I love you guys. Good night. I am. Good night. Bye.